Members of the Ezeobuo family of Obuno Newichi, Newi, Anambra State is set to hold the Ezeobuo mass return and get together. This was revealed by the traditional ruler of Obuno Newichi, His Highness Obi George Onyekaba Obidiogo, the Obi of Newichi community.
What we have come here to do is to let the world know that we, as members of Ezeobuo family, Obuno Newichi Newi, in the Newichi Newi, in the Newi not local government area of Anambra State, have the plans to have our mass return, come get together by January next year. And the essence of the mass return, come get together, is to enable all the members of Ezeobuo family, both home and abroad, to come together, see themselves together, interact together, and know areas we can have to develop our community. And the other areas that needed utmost attention, and the way we can tackle those areas in order to move forward for the goodness of our Ezeobuo family. Now, there are a lot of outlined programs we have. One is to get to know ourselves, because for quite some years now, about 30 years ago, we have now come together. Since after the end of the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, we have not come together. So this is the first time the people of Obuno Newichi, called Ezeobuo, are coming together home. We're supposed to, all those living abroad and in other areas outside the Newi are supposed to come home together with their families. By coming together, we can know ourselves more. For example, there are brothers living at Aba. There are another of our brothers living at Owerri. Not knowing that they are members of Ezeobuo family. So this coming together, mass return, will give us the first opportunity of knowing ourselves as members of Ezeobuo family. And then it can go a long way when we know ourselves. It will help us to establish good relationship because we have known ourselves.
In the presence of members of Ezeobuo Development Union, Newi, during a press conference held at Baby Made Factory, Newi, on the 29th of September 2023. The great event, set to hold on 2nd January 2024, seeks to unite the sons and daughters of the Ezeobuo family, both within the country and in diaspora, in order to foster goodwill within the family.
Foremost reason of coming together is for us to intimate ourselves, knows we are people from this part of the Newi. Because I was saying, some of us have not come home, especially those who are living outside the Newi, may not have opportunity to come down home. And those of us living abroad do not come home often and on. So we have now set aside January 2nd next year, 2024, to have the mass return for our people, Ezeobuo Family Union in Obuno Newichi Newi, where we are expecting that all our sons and daughters, both old and young, should come back home and participate in coming together and in the mass return. When we have that, it will now give us opportunity of knowing ourselves as people belonging to a particular family. Then there are other side attraction we may say, um, knowing the problem we have and the preferring solution to our problem so that we can be able to solve our problem within the tentacles of our resources when we gather together. Nke okporo onye ya eme onwe onye ga-atụta ala etu a ga-esi mee ewee mee ya ọfụma, because we believe that we have people here and there and in different areas of the economy, but we do not know. By coming together, we are going to get ourselves acquainted with our various members of the Ezeobuo Family Union in various areas of human endeavor. Then by so doing, there should be a sort of symbiotic relationship, one helping the other, this hand helping the other hand. So that is one of the reasons why we are planning Ezeobuo mass return could get together.
Professor Obi wants to emphasize that empowerment funds will be created for widows and orphans within the family.
There is going to be a launching of empowerment fund for widows and orphans. This fund is for the support of the widows and the orphans resident in Ezeobuo community, and as a matter of fact, all the descendants of Ezeobuo, wherever they may be, but they are widows and they are what? Orphans. And may I also emphasize that there is always time for everything. A time to regroup and take counts and total what you have been doing before. And that is why the company in France called it total. You total what you have been putting into the process, and at the end of the day, be able to evaluate the impact and the value you have created all the while. And then taking off from that value you have created, you'll be able to assess yourself and map out the way forward. If I may repeat myself, I say it's an occasion to take counts and take a kind of review of what we have been doing. Therefore, there is time for everything. This time around, we are planning to regroup, recourse, reshape, and repackage ourselves so that we create value. Thank you so much.
Mr. Humphrey Ngonadi added that the Ezeobuo family is a very large family made up of Obuno Newichi and several other parts.
Ezeobuo is a very large family made up of Obuno Newichi, Mbanau Newichi, and Mboka. And we planned, like he said, it's long. We have not come together. In as much as we always come, the members of the family always come home in a little while and go back. But this time, we want to do a kind of get-together because we are so large that many do not know that, brother, for instance, there are two people of the same family, is then that they are lawyers. And some people who has case invited this person and invited the other person, that sisters. And when they introduce themselves at the court, then one begin to look at the another to wonder which of the family is coming from. And after the court, they introduce themselves and know that they are sisters. And Ezeobuo is so large that we now organize to bring ourselves. Apart from that, we want to thank God for the development so far we have seen in Ezeobuo. The management is so perfect this time that we are very much united, and we want to expand. Like the last speaker said, Ezeobuo want to launch a scholarship scheme to carry the less privileged, the widows, to give them sense of belonging in Ezeobuo family. So part of the things we are going to do that day is that we are going to organize and arrange a scholarship scheme because we want to see all Ezeobuo members of the family moving together, united, working together, saying one thing and doing one thing, which God has helped us achieve. But we want to cement it, that it will go on with it.
Addressing the security concerns within the Southeast, the Ezeobuo stakeholders assured everyone coming back for the mass return of their safety, having put adequate measures in place to ensure a peaceful atmosphere.
Every person coming to Nnewi knows that Nnewi is secured now, and it's going to be like that.
So it is our hope that this is the first of its kind in recent times, and it's going to bring all of us together, all our relations, home and abroad, together, and work together to see that we help one another in whatever we are doing. We pray that it's going to be a success, and we hope that, God willing, it will come and pass the glory of God.
This is one thing perfect and good. And I know that all the others, and I saw you since I can saw you. I nwa ụmụ ada, ụmụ ọkpụ, pụrụ apụ, know the ebe dị iche iche. We get to know each other. And ama m na onye fụ nwanne ọ ga-adị happy because ife a na-enye joy. Emebere for a long time. So ana m ekene ụmụnne m etu esi wee wepụta ife a na-emekwu ya ka anyị ncha niile wee gbakọọ wee nwee ike wee malụ onwe anyị, ụmụ anyị amalụkwa nwanne anyị, to the glory of God.
N'Ezeobuo bịa na Nnewi na-ewepụta afa Nnewi ndị onye ọnawa onye Ezeobuo tụmadụ etu bishọp anyị wụ bishọp Ụzọdike si bido ruo first bishọp anyị nwere onye ọgwa ma ara na onye merekwe first doctor anyị nwere throughout this country. So ịbịa n'Ezeobuo ị na-ajụ ndị niile a anyị nwere ọkwọsọ onye Chukwu nyere Ezeobuo. I'm happy na Ezeobuo abịakwuo na Nnewi ma ọ bido ugbu a bụ obi Nnewi anyị asị nke na one na Nnewi maka a na-ekwu okwu jeruo afọ obido ugbu a sị na ezubere ọ bịara ife ọghara ya bụ mana na ezubere aha a na-ekwu na okwu ama na mmadụ tọnyere ọnụ n'okwu etu akwa ka ọ dị Ezeobuo niile na anyị na-anwakwọnụ anyị adetokwu onwe anyị maka onye ọ na-asị na n'ọwa onye Ezeobuo ya asị nke na one a na-ekwu ebe niile na Nnewi. Ọ bụrụ ife anyị ji anya isi na-arịọ na Chineke ya eme anyị wee ndị Ezeobuo ife anyị na ha akwadokwa anyị mechaa mgbe na Ezeobuo a ka esi ewepụta ife niile ma ọ ga-ebịa n'ụka ife a na-eme n'ụka taa mass return bụ na Ezeobuo a ka o bidoro so many things a na-eme na Nnewi nke a na-asị ndị ame nke ame so na ife anyị na-ekwu uwu na Ezeobuo by January anyị eme ife anyị eme ntị ya anụ
na ọchịchị Ezeobuo hanyere n'aka na mma ebufe to the next level. Obido ugwu egosigo ife o ji ego akwụkwọ mara ife ọ na-eme na ịbịa na Nnewi a na-ekwuasị si jee kpọọ Obido nna ya Obido ugwu darị nne nwelehere a na-ekene ụmụ Ezeobuo niile, ụmụada, ndị nwunye anyị na yusu anyị nwere n'Ezeobuo na ha jiri ntị ha were ntị ha na ndị nọ n'ụlọ na ndị nọ n'obodo oyibo ebe nọ na ịya afụ ka Ezeobuo si akwado ka 2nd Jenụwarị ga-adị. Ebilivu nweta ife ekwula ebe a na ọkụ agịrịrị n'aka ama anyụnata n'aka ọkwa na eziokwu. So na ekene ka m nwere ka nye onye ọbụla hapụrụ ife niile ọ na-eme bịa ebe a ka nna ya Obido ugwu ọgwụ ụwa na ife ya na-akwado ime nna ya anyị eme ọfụma. Na-ekwuzi ike nke Chineke na Chineke ya enye anyị amamife, nye anyị amara, nye anyị ahụ isi ike anyị eji mee ife a gaa n'iru n'ihi Jizọs Kraịst bụ onye nwe anyị.
The Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Nnewi, Right Reverend Ezeobuo, encouraged all members of the Ezeobuo family to be a part of this event. On the issue of security, he says Nnewi town is quite secured.
So na issue about security, bụ ihe anyị fukoro n'anya anyị na Nnewi town dị secured nke today. Nwere ebe a ga-asị na-enwe 100% security all over the world. Just one nwatakịrị na-akwụkwọ somewhere na UK. Somebody stabbed that girl to death. So imagine we see the security na UK. Mana the truth about Nnewi bụ na Nnewi dey quite secured. I'm sure na Keta, almost all the major streets enwe na Nnewi nwere CCTV camera. And then enwe vigilante set up na-agagharị the streets of Nnewi na-agagharị around the clock 24 hours they are there working. And then every case will connect all the major streets and what do you call it, avenues, main posts in the now every if very easy if you take the hand and then get the security apparatus of the town involved and how to checkmate that thing. What I'm trying to say I think these things were provided by the Senate representing Anambra South. I'm not into security because as a bishop that this diocese and when parishes na they carry 100, okay, and I'm what if we take in line to make sure that we start securing our parishes. I can have soft targets, and then when this senator now came with his vision and idea of securing the town, we partnered with him. So all those walkie-talkie Ogota, we make sure that those walkie-talkie can account our own security personnel, so that everyone may friend on me, how to tackle it. So generally speaking, I guess in Nnewi has experienced a measure of security for quite some time now, okay, and also to be worthy of celebrating. So when you open another Nnewi, get their children, generally speaking, Nnewi can be said to really secure. So in terms of security, I don't think it's a problem. I don't think it's a challenge. I believe we know any problem. Can't with us and speaking now. And some people see this is America. They came to visit me the other day, just the day before yesterday. And then when they see UK, they were Monday well now. And all of them they happy. So security wise, I think it is top notch as far as Nnewi town is concerned. So I encourage a lot of actually Nata for this mass return and security abroad improvement.
This mass return, scheduled for 2nd January 2024 by the Ezeobuo family, will not only boost unity but also positively impact the people of Nnewi.
Mass return of our brethren who are outside the shores of Nigeria coming back home. Different parts of the world. We have never had it. So this is the time that we are now planning. Kaifuna onyo obodo ebe obodo ọbụla nọ. To a very large extent, anyị nata kaifu anyị anya. Kaifu ọnọdụ wee tụọ alụ. Uta ga-esi move the family forward. Or not just the family, because when you move the family forward, you are invariably also moving the society, the town, the state forward. And the potentials. This year alone, I was in United Kingdom. I met Nnewi people there. And many Ezeobuo members of Ezeobuo family, I saw them in UK. I went to Dubai this year, and I also saw Ezeobuo in Dubai. I went to United States this year. In fact, I was in Houston, I was in New York, I was in Boston, I was in San Antonio, I was in North Carolina, I was in Los Angeles, I was in New York. All those places are Ezeobuo nobody there, receiving me, welcoming me, and then we were interacting and we were sharing. Now that shows you that the whole big from Ezeobuo. And then I thought that I pulled these resources together so that when we come, we know what we are doing. I have plans because now, the younger ones that growing up, they don't even know who this one. They don't even know the different families that make up the Ezeobuo family. These things, it should be a time of enlightenment. It should be a time of sharing our values, our ethical values with the coming generation. It should be a time where we also talk to one another, and then we know how we can help. Even on military, military, even on pharmaceutical department, even on medical department, even on this security, and then when on ministry like myself, no one will work at angels. Every big, whatever you have full of us. So it's a time that all of us will come together, and then we see how we can start engaging the younger ones to help them know where they can also exercise their own talents and giftings. When we give them wings to fly. Okay, and then make you know that they committed. Man, wherever you are and whatever level God has placed to take you to, then must always remember that you are an Ezeobuo person, and then you must always be having this take home mentality. You come home and see how you develop others, and then when we all start developing ourselves, then we give ourselves wings to fly, then we fly high. So that's just the whole essence. That's interaction. Interactive session that we have among ourselves, that enlightenment, that issue of going back to our historicity, our history, and then looking at our what makes up the Ezeobuo family clan, and then everybody knowing from which family the person is coming from, and then generally educating ourselves, and then knowing how we can harness our potentials to move the family forward. So that's just that. As a church leader, I also want to say that one of the major reasons I think we are coming together is to see how we as a family can also develop our own spirituality. It's very important because Ezeobuo, that's the Max Anglican Church that we are seeing today, which is standing out. If you look at St. Max today, if you go there every Sunday, you see the level of worship that is going on there. Go there every Monday morning, you see the number of people that are congregating in that church to worship God, and then the different things that they are doing. That is touching the society through the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. So this is also a time that we need to call our people together and let them know that all our family embrace Christianity, and we should not let go. This generation cannot afford to, allow the issue of the gospel. Or when Ezeobuo produced the first Anglican bishop, in fact the first Igbo bishop in the Anglican communion, in the person of Reverend Lucius Madukugo Osodike, and we also produced myself now the second bishop, the third bishop of Nnewi extraction, but the second bishop or the first bishop of this diocese is Nnewi. So Ezeobuo has produced many clergymen, both from the Roman Catholic and even in the Anglican denominations, and even many pastors who Ezeobuo on a different basis. When medical churches now, even as Cyrus, even at different parts of the world, we have Ezeobuo's floating mega ministries and churches all over Italy. Name them, I know some of them, we see them on Facebook. So it is a time we also make our people know that Ezeobuo family is also a priestly family, and that the coming generation must take note of that, so that nobody will deceive them into thinking that they should go back to idolatry. Nobody should talk about it. So it's a Christian family, and we need to make this fact known to every Ezeobuo person that Ezeobuo is a priestly family, and that we must maintain that stand as people that God has raised to also showcase the gospel of Jesus Christ in our own generation. So this is a very important point that I want